Well, I don't even know what to say. I'm back. So, to my loyal 23 to 25 subscribers, I apologize for being away for so long. Um, I honestly should really apologize to myself because I probably could have had 100 right now, but it is. But I wanted to make some more news updates about the current animes and mangas because there's so much that is being thrown at us right now that I can't help but just post something myself. But the reason why I've been out is because I recently moved into my apartment, and even though I don't have, it's been about a year, but I still haven't done anything particularly, haven't had really the money to do it. But now, since I'm getting a little bit of things going, I want to come back and make this channel again and make it more relevant. And it's also something to, just relieve my stress and just talk about anime, manga, and movie reviews. I want to make this, something that is a career. And, I would love to have people always ask me about my opinions about certain shows. And, I want to keep myself relevant by also doing news updates about animes too. So I'm going to step up with that. So I know I keep making promises saying that more is to come, but this time more is really to come. So, I also wanted to start off with Fire Force. Now, Fire Force, I've been waiting for this anime to be adapted for over 4 years now. Like, I always hate the problem that I have about mainstream anime is that since anime has been mainstream, we don't get the weekly episodes like we used to during the big three era, where it was One Piece, Naruto, and Bleach consistently. Today in this generation, since there are so many people that love anime now, it's more seasonal. But with Fire Force, we had 2 seasons in the span of 4 years, and then out of nowhere they announced season three, but we didn't hear anything till literally last week. So with that, I have some news that it will be coming back on April 2025. I'm sorry. So this is the article from Crunchyroll. I'm going to read it to you guys real quick. Special Fire Force Company 8 is coming back. Announced during Crunchyroll's Anime Expo 2024 industry panel. Fire Force Season 3 officially arrived in April 2025 for a split core final season concluding with January 2026 anime season. Crunchyroll revealed a special trailer for the news highlight scenes from the anime so far with a tease of what's to come, including devious looking Moon, Author, and Shinra fighting again. Check out the trailer, brand new key visual alone. So obviously it's giving us, the announcement. I didn't watch the Anime Expo, but finally we're getting a return for Fire Force. It's took a long time for us to really get this news coming out. And you know, it is what it is. It's we could have got this season to be honest. But of course they're going to make it out to where we have to wait for another year. It's frustrating, but trust me guys, you won't be disappointed when it comes out. Now, I don't know how they're going to do it because they're saying that this is the last season. So are they going to fit all this stuff that they got down, like all these chapters, into 12 episodes for the 2025? And then when it gets to 2026, Are they going to do another 12? Now, I don't know. I have no idea. We don't know. We'll just have to see when more news is to come, and I will let you guys know when it happens too. I'll honestly be more like on the go too. But for right now, that's all we got. We got a trailer, and they told us that we'll be having the final season around 2025 to 2026. So something for us to enjoy right there. But damn, like April just passed not too long ago right now, and we got to wait for another April. That's going to be a minute. So, you know, honestly, I would read the manga, to be honest, because, like, as a casual anime fan, like, if I'm looking at, if Fire Force was my favorite anime, and, we're still waiting for another season, I'm reading the manga because at this point it's like, okay, it's taking too long for the adaptation to come out. Even though I like the adaptation, I will be able to read everything that is going on and then be ready for the new anime to come out in the future. Not a lot of people think like that. They're just going to be like, nah, I'll just wait. I'll wait for the anime to come out. I don't care how long it takes, I'll wait. I can't do that. I don't like to wait for an anime to be out for so long, like to not come out for so long, and then there's a whole manga where I can just read it all. I'm gonna read it all every time. It's too long, way too long. But other than that, that's the news that I have for Fire Force. Other news: Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer just ended currently 2 weeks ago, the other Sunday before. It was a phenomenal last episode. The training arc, what I thought about the training arc was I didn't know how they were going to do it. Honestly, what my prediction came true when they announced that they were going to do 3 movies. Now, I didn't know they were going to do 3 movies, but I thought they were going to do movies at the same time. So, I kind of got that right. I'm gonna pat myself in the back a little bit, fuck it. But yeah, the Infinity Castle arc. Let me get some news about that one as well. I might as well just pull out all these news right now, give it to y'all, and then when anything else hits, I'll come back with more. But let me talk about the Demon Slayer one because that's also something that I want to cover in the future as well. Now, I've also read the manga for Demon Slayer as well, and I thought it was a great manga. I thought the ending was great. A lot of people criticized it, but when it comes to anime and manga, you gotta look at this. Some of these authors have their own ideas on how they want to end it. It might be disappointing for us as the viewers to not see how we would want, certain things to go. But to me, it was like the author proved what he or she wanted to do with this. And it was, have had Muzan get his head cut off, like have Muzan lose. Like we should all know that Muzan will lose near the end. So it's like, I'm fine with that. I know that Nezuko will become a human again. We should just watch it unfold and enjoy it because once Demon Slayer ends, like people are going to be sad about it. People are going to be sad about it. And I will make this claim right now and say that Demon Slayer is honestly one of the best animes to come out in this new generation for real. I know y'all see the muscles. I just got done pumping some iron, but I think people should be a little bit patient. I'm trying to be patient myself with the Infinity Castles coming out, and yeah, like the people like to criticize Attack on Titan as well, And even though I didn't read Attack on Titan, I finished it from the anime. I didn't think there was anything wrong with the anime ending at all. I thought it was a perfect ending to the story. Like, most of these authors are not going to have trash endings like that. Like, you better not. You better not. But yeah, let me find the news about Demon Slayer real quick. Let us see. Excuse me, y'all. Okay. You might hear my dog. So this news is gonna be coming from Games Radar. Demon Slayer Infinity Castle movie trilogy. Release date speculation, trailer story, cast, and more. After 5 years on the air, Demon Slayer is officially coming to an end, but not with season 5. Instead, we're getting a movie trilogy for the adaptation of the Infinity Castle arc. So basically, they're not going to do 12 episodes and they're not going to do 24 episodes. And I to me it's like they could have did 25 episodes for this, but I can enjoy the movie instead because we'll get more higher quality when it comes to the movies. So Ufotable's one of the greatest, anime studios of all time, obviously, with Fate and then Demon Slayer. But they were just like, there's no point of really making episodes out of this. It's gonna be hands thrown the whole entire time. Like, we are going to be seeing fights the whole entire time we watch these movies. I know it's a little, dark, but give me a break, guys. It's my first time back. But they could have made it into episodes, but to me it makes sense. It's too much for just for it to be a season and then it ends, and then we got to wait for 2 more years for it to end, and then 2 more years for it to end. So I'm thinking that most animes will reach to this point where they got all the beginnings to the middles, and then when it comes to the end, they'll be having a movie to make it, with its last hurrah. Because we saw Attack on Titan do it with about the last episode being about an hour long, and then Demon Slayer also going for 48 minutes, even though it really wasn't 48 minutes at most. But I see how they're doing it now. I see how these companies like to do it, and congrats to Demon Slayer on an amazing season 4. I'm ready for the movies. I can't wait. But let me finish that story as well. The final chapter in Tajiro's story, we'll see him finally face off against the demonic leader, Muzan Kubuchi. I don't know how to say his name like that, well, his last name. But what else can we expect? So yeah, like I said, most of the news will be of it mostly being 3 movies. My question is, when is the movie gonna release? 2025? 2026? We don't know. And if they are gonna do 3 movies for it, they shouldn't wait too long to release 3 of the movies. Like, if we have one movie coming out, we should at least have 3 to 4 months until the next one comes out, and then another 3 to 4 months until the last one comes out. Because, like I said, you don't want to wait too long. Like, you don't want to drag it out. That's why you see, Jujutsu Kaisen, which I'll also be talking about. Like, you also see like Jujutsu Kaisen making another season as soon as the Shibuya incident was over. They announced it quick because it was the end of 2023. the beginning of 2024, we're not going to have anything for this year, but we're going to have something for 2025. So it's like they're immediately on it because they know these people, our fans, want more of this. Now, how the way they treat their animators and the way they treat them like, they're slaves and stuff, I can't be the judge of that because I don't know. I've never been an animator before. I don't work for Mappa. All I am is someone that views and watches anime and tries to enjoy it, from the fights, from the story, from everything to a cup of the tea. I give them credit where credit's due. Credits to them. But again, you don't want to drag it out too long. You don't. So that's all I'm going to say about that. Demon Slayer, I can't wait for Demon Slayer. And my last topic that I want to talk about is my review with Hunter x Hunter, the Chimera Ant art. Now, it's been so long since I've, made a review about a manga, and I wish it wasn't taking that long, but I'm almost caught up to the Hunter x Hunter manga. Right now, I think I'm finished with the Dark Continent art. I will talk about that on another time, but I wanted to talk real quick about the Chimera arc with the manga. Now, this was by far the best arc in the entire show, to the entire book, to the entire manga, all of it. From the main character almost being like a side character to give the spotlight to the main villain, who is basically like the main character, it shows you where Togashi wants to go with this story. This story could have honestly been as long as One Piece if we really think about it. We are 400 chapters in right now, and he's had back problems for since honestly he started Hunter x Hunter. So that's been about almost 20 years now. And with the Royal Guards and with Marion, I easily could have been like, yo, we can make Marion the main character right now. And it would throw off the fans that want to see Gon, and people would criticize that, but it's like we can go that direction because of how he was creating the story. We weren't paying attention to Gon that much when it came to the Chimera Ant arc. We knew that his goal at the end of the day is still to find his dad, and we knew that when he met Kite, that was getting to a bigger step of him almost meeting his father. Of course, Gon and Killua will go and help Kite because Kite, he's searching for these grade A level Chimera ants, these insects. He's an insect hunter. So he searched life, like he searched like the wildlife. He's like a wildlife hunter. So he searched all of the different animals and creatures that come to the world. And, we didn't get too much of him. But what the manga did better than the anime was show Kite chapter 1, because then it gives you more of, okay, I know who this guy is. Now, when you watch the anime, when I was watching the anime when I was like 19, 20, I didn't know who Kite was. And I didn't watch the 1999 anime for me to be like, oh, snap, that's Kite. No, I met Kite on episode 85. No, episode 80. So when he debuted on the 2011 Hunter x Hunter, we were like, who the fuck is this guy? And eventually they show us the little backstory and they try to keep us updated on that. But to me, the anime, 2011 anime could have done. Like, they could have introduced Kite the first episode, because that is a very, very, very big part of this whole entire story. This is like really. But it's just a little pet peeve. It's not something that's going to kill the entire story. But it was something that could have been added. I felt like that was a little bit lazy from Madhouse. But it's not about the anime, because we've already watched the anime. It's about the book, the manga, the chapters. Now, Pitu is known more as a he than she. And more people from the anime community will say that Pitu is a girl, but they don't know that Pitu is really a guy. That's not a big deal either, but the anime always made sure they didn't call it by he or she. I'm guessing it's because they didn't want to upset the viewers, so they would always say it. But when it came to Poof and it came to Yuppie, it was always he. And you could obviously tell that they were boys, they were men. So, you know, my rating for this, it might be biased, but I loved it. I would give it a 10 out of 10. The reason why I'm giving it a 10 out of 10 is because it was brutal, it was dark, it explained more abilities, it showed us the seriousness of what this show can get into, and it was still just the beginning of Tagashi's creation. We see Gon and Miriam have this difference between, what's good and what's evil. What should I do? Like Gon was conflicted because Pitu killed Kite, but deep inside Gon's mind, Gon thought that Kite could be healed, which he couldn't. He got his head cut off. So this whole entire journey, this whole entire time, this whole entire arc, Gon is going through wanting to, heal Kite back, and then you can just tell as days goes on and days goes on, he's starting to lose that, that happy Gon, that happy go lucky Gon. Like it's serious time. Like, bro, you're gonna heal my friend. So we're starting to see him become more darker than what he usually is. He's more darker than light. And then when we see Miriam is just out. He came out the room. Silence, mom. Like, shut up. Like, where's my Xbox Live account? Like, kills his mom. He's already in the darkness, but he meets this girl named Kamugi, and that makes him start to become more lighter. And, as it's going down near the very end, it really made me think even more about the show. It was like, what if Miriam was really like, he just all of a sudden took over, as the main character. He was already the strongest character in the whole show. He's still the strongest character that we have seen so far. Now, I have gotten into, the manga a little bit deeper, and there is someone that can compete with him. And then we still haven't even gotten to the Dark Continent yet because we're still waiting on Tagashi to finish it. But so far, until then, Miriam is still the number one strongest Hunter x Hunter character in the verse. If they're saying that he was just like, just an insect to what's going to happen in that show, we could have saw him go to the continent and help these humans. We could have saw a lot of different, possibilities with this show. Like, we could have saw a lot of different things. But that's just me rambling with, what I would love to see. Because it's not about what I want to see. It's about me giving you guys this good review. And, telling you, like, is it worth reading? Is it worth watching? It is. It really, really is. This show, this manga is really, really good. And for Miriam to go out with poison, it was sad. It was definitely sad. He got nuked. He got nuked by what's it called? He got nuked by Netero. And the thing with Netero was the strongest hunter in the whole entire Hunter Association. And honestly, you could be like he was the strongest in the whole Hunterverse too, until the Chimera ants came out, with the Royal Guards and then Marion. To see his training and to see him do all of that in, he still gets one-shotted basically. Hunter x Hunter is not always about the fights. It's about strategy. How am I going to beat this person without getting hit once? Because when it comes to Hunter x Hunter, when a fight happens, if you're at a disadvantage, if I'm an enhancer and you're more like a a conjurer or something like that, for example, or a transmuter, the enhancer is going to have more of the advantage because they're more brute force, they're more physical, they're more about the hands. I'm going to throw hands with you. You can do all that other trick shit. I'm throwing hands. Not to say that the other nin type specialists don't have that. Like, they have hands, they have all of that, but they have more arsenals more than an enhancer. So we never really got to see what Merriam was. We didn't know if he was an enhancer or not. We could say he's an enhancer, but just raw strength alone, this dude is just tearing Netero's arms off and legs off like it's nothing. So what I loved is that Netero told him, like, listen, you might have me right now, but at the end of the day, us humans will continue to evolve. And you'll never expect what you think because of how we just are as humans. You think you won? Well, we got more tricks up our sleeves. The way that all of these guys came up with this plan, the way that they strategized all this, even the narrator narrating in the manga, it was perfect. This is how you tell a story. This was a great story. They made sure that by the end of midnight, they would separate him from the king, like the royal guards from the king, and have Netero do all of that alone. So, obviously, Gon meets P2. There's just so much. I'm going to have to make a part 2, and then I'm going to put the election art as that as well. But, let me finish it. Let me honestly just finish it right now. Let me finish it right now because I didn't want to make this too long. It's kind of getting a little bit long. So my overall thoughts for the Chimera Ant Part 1 was this was a great story, and I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10. Now the election art, I can't wait to talk about the election art, because that will be a good one. But I'm back. I can't wait to make more videos. I'll probably make another video even today. I have a couple of things that I want to, attempt, and there's going to, things are going to change, man. Things are going to change. Y'all are going to see. Watch as these videos, are coming out live right now. It won't always be live because I'll soon have my own setup, and yeah, I'm going all in with this. So I hope you guys continue to, grow with me. And there's going to be more things that I'm going to want to talk about. So leave a like, subscribe. That's the end of my channel. Well, not channel, but that's the end of my video, the end of the live. And I'm going to come back with some more stuff for y'all. Trust me, I'm back. I'm back, y'all.